Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We today have some really interesting things that we're going to be discussing. And firstly, we have Plikitia. Hello.
Hello.
And we
I
also
have.
do.
Mhm.
Sorry for interrupting you.
I was just gonna say I have nothing else to say at this point. So,
Perfect.
Mm. And we also have Kyle.
Great to be here. What is this episode, like 43 or 44 or something?
Yeah,
This is
44.
pretty wild. Pretty wild stuff.
it's
What are
been
we
over a
gonna do?
year now.
Over a year. Yeah.
What are we gonna do for 50?
Ooh, that'll probably be
Oh,
while the show is
yeah,
airing.
the
So
show's on.
we'll
We
have
can
to do
leak
something
It
his
should
special.
power.
coincide. We should, maybe
That
speed
would
it
be
up a
cool.
bit.
That would be cool.
hmm And I think today we've got. I think the best way to say it is a myriad of leaks. Some connect.
Mhm.
I think the first two are connected, and the third, fourth, and fifth are a bit separate but together at the same time. So a lot of it, I think we should say, is based in this human Teherad village. I think that's the best way to say it.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
I think without further ado, we should take away with the first one. So I believe that's Blikitia.
Yes, indeed. So the first exclusive is Meteor Man was at Bronwyn's village during one of the raids. A heavily emotional scene was set to be taken here.
That this shows that it's separate from the Harford storyline potentially. But so yeah, what do you guys think?
Um, yeah, Kyle, do you want to take this
Yeah, I
one away?
mean, sure. Yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's a little unexpected to hear this. I don't know what the implications of the hobbits being there as well would be. It's not something I necessarily want to see. Um, but then again, this is television, and we do expect to see storylines converge, and
Yeah,
this would certainly, you know, speak to that.
yeah, indeed. For me, I think this is happening much sooner than I anticipated. I thought this
Mm,
was going to be more like Game of Thrones, where for the first, I don't know, 4 seasons, they were all separated, and then the storyline started coming together. I mean, the big ones, at least, with Daenerys and the Wall, etc. But here it seems that this is going to be happening by the end of the
Yeah,
season. So I'm wondering if we have Meteor Man there, does that mean the Harfoots are there as well?
and I think it does make sense. I think for something like Medium, I don't think that's a reveal that would go on into the second season. I don't think, of course, that's not confirmed. But I think even if you look at Daniel Wayman in interviews, filming has started soon, and we know during the show he had his really long beard and hair, and looks like it'd be really hard to go all that back. So maybe the reveal as to who he is. And I think therefore it would make sense that at some point it would divulge from the storyline. Because I don't think what makes this half as unique is one can just be Meteor Man. I think Amazon have a different plan. We know they have a map. I think I should say JD Payne and Patrick McKay. They have a map. Maybe that's their end goal for this season, finding out what's ever on the map. We saw the clues in the first main teaser.
Mhm,
So I think, it would make sense. And it seems like there are a lot of people here at this human village there. And I think it's not even that much of a spoiler anymore. You see in the trailer, you see Aronde, you see Halbrand, you see Bronwyn, you see Theo, you see Miriel, you see Gladriel, all there at this
mhm,
one village. Seems like a culmination, seems like a season finale moment. So we know also one of the all the teasers so far, Meteor Man has been there. The first one, that's the main emphasis. Then the second, third teaser, even a teaser was just the Meteor Man going across. And this is an important
mhm,
part of the season. So if the storyline, so if season one, it seems like is going to divulge, or everyone's going to come together around at this human village set, Tirharad village, and Meteor Man is pivotal to the plot, then therefore I think he should be. It would make sense for him to be there. So yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly the same thing. We've seen, Galadriel at the village. We've seen Muriel. There's obviously a reason why they want all these factions to come together at this place at this
mhm.
time. So,
But I don't think, unless it's wrong, I still don't think that the Harfords will be at this village. I think there's maybe a bit where that somewhere we don't know how that the Meteor Man will leave the Harfords, and I think that split. We don't know when's going to happen, if it's going to even happen. But I think I really doubt we'll be seeing the Harfords get at this
Mm.
human village set. Maybe there's a different fate for them.
I
Perhaps.
kind of hope you're right. You know, we don't know much
Yeah.
about it, but I kind of hope that's the. Oh,
What have we
Hello
got
there.
a
here?
ranger from the north has joined the chat.
Somebody has
Yeah.
come to boost our beauty level by like
Yeah.
1,000%.
Tenfold.
Yeah, I'm just here, to say hello. I'm somewhere around Fornos Terrain, and my sister's getting married, so we're
Oh,
celebrating.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
So
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, so
I
I'm
hope you
just here,
catch the bouquet.
to show off the suit and all that, and
Yeah. Looking
cake is
sharp.
about to happen.
Yeah.
Ooh,
My
yum.
throat is actually doing really well considering the fact that I've been shouting since this morning.
Yeah.
This morning. Also, if you hear any random noise, it's people around.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
You're gonna save us some cake, right?
Yeah, man, always.
Right
I'm gonna
on.
ship it to Canada
Right
to
on.
pretend it's like you're all getting a piece of cake.
Perfect.
So
Well, while you're
I-
here, would you like to read the second exclusive? We're just getting into it, so it's perfect timing.
Okay, ready? So, exclusive number 2. Meteor Man will, through the season, use his powers to save the Harfoots from people trying to attack them both. Okay, that sounds actually very cool.
And I think we even see that in the teaser at one point. Like, not attack, maybe not attack, maybe him just getting angry and just doing this down to something. So
Right.
it's not like he is quite physical. So yeah,
Right.
what do you guys think?
Well, that is interesting. So is this him actually, being the good guy and trying to do the right thing? Or is this perhaps a red herring? We do know that at the beginning of the Second Age, even, Sauron did have some not necessarily good intentions, but not bad intentions at any rate. So could they be leaning into that a little bit? Um,
I think maybe it is just a coincidental thing that he's saving the Harfoots, because maybe these people are attacking whoever is attacking him is attacking the Harfoots because they're looking for Meteor Man. So it's more of a survival thing than an
Yeah,
actual. And I think that is why. So I think overall it would make sense that he could get away with it, and maybe this leak wraps up as him maybe quite good. But I think him saving them, because we already know from the Harfoots storylines, from what JD Payne, Patrick McKay, some of the actors have said, they're doing a lot of hiding in the season. They're traveling, they're nomads, they're trying to, and by hiding, who are they going to be hiding from? That shot from the trailer when you got the grass in the hair, they clearly are quite secretive. So I think all in all, it would make sense that maybe at some point in the season they do get attacked.
I have to wonder if the presence of Meteor Man within the group is what kind of gets them in trouble, and then he has to redeem himself by showing that, something like that.
Could be that could be perhaps like when they get into the trouble because of him, maybe that will be something that can reactivate his memories or awaken his spirit or whatever. But also, like this new bit of news for me sounds like it sounds more and more like Gandalf, or at least one of the wizards. But a wizard and hobbits, it has to be Gandalf. Like it's not even Radagast. Like it's Gandalf. I'm not saying it is, but it's sounding more and more like it.
Do you think
the
that,
more you talk about it, especially the whole fire motive that he has with him, there may be like, what's the word? Giving it like a not premonition, like prophecy type of thing, that
foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. Yes, thank you. My brain is not braining in English today.
Totally understandable.
Yeah. So they may be giving foreshadowing for him having the fire ring. So I don't know. It sounds more and more like Gandalf. So could be.
I've just had a cool idea. Maybe every time that that we saw in the trailer, bit of that circling and the Harfoots holding Meteor Man, he does that fireball thing in the air. Maybe that happens a few times throughout the season. Every time that happens, he remembers more stuff about his past. Maybe that's a way to trigger that.
Interesting.
It's a theory. It's not a review. It's a theory.
I mean, the Gandalf talk kind of makes me wonder if they're deliberately trying to put this in our heads that this is Gandalf, and that's why. But it's actually a blue wizard, and that's why they've only had one of them arrive so far.
I saw a ridiculous. I shouldn't say ridiculous. Sorry, not ridiculous. I've seen quite an interesting theory of a video. I don't think there was actually any proof to it, but I think maybe perhaps if there's potentially there's 2 meteors. And then
I was gonna say. I also heard that like a few days ago. I read it on Reddit. I love that. every time when I say
You
it. I read
Reddited
it, like always. Yeah, I also heard that. Like maybe that's why like a comet is not going to be falling down for like hours, or like a meteor. It's quite close. It seems to be quite close to the ground. So maybe maybe the night-day difference is not actually that big. So maybe there are actually two of them. That's why we see the night in one of the shots, and in some of the shots, and the day in others. Then again, I don't know.
Interesting.
What's the
Interesting.
geographical, distance between all those points? Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But I also heard that it could be an option.
Any final talking points on this? Should we move on to the next one?
I'll just say it's a blue wizard.
I'm hoping it is. Like as Hans says, please don't be Gandalf, because
Yeah.
give us blue wizards. Why not? Also, I think I should really go away now.
Thanks for dropping by and enjoy the
Yes.
cake.
So good to see you.
Thank you.
Congrats to
Yeah,
you,
it
sister.
was a pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of your
I'll
evening.
say hello to all the
Congratulations.
people here.
Please
Cool.
do.
My mom says hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Strider's
Hi,
mom.
Strider's mom.
Okay. Have a good one, and hello to everyone, and have fun enjoy the rest of the episode and all that, and maybe I'll tune in the chat or something. Hopefully,
Nice.
Yeah.
see you.
See you
soon.
there.
Bye bye.
Bye.
He just meteor crashed into our stream, which is fair enough. Maybe he is the second meteor. But yeah, but I think Kai, you said you want to add something on, or we move on?
Yeah,
to the
literally just it's a blue wizard. That's all I have to say.
Okay, look at you.
He's wrong. Okay, shall I just do the next exclusive?
Yep, go for it.
Okay, so there will be Entwives in earlier episodes of the Rings of Power, and they will be linked to the Harfoot storyline.
I hope
If
not.
it's interesting, of course. I think Carl. I think he had some reservations to take it away first.
Yeah, I mean, they've kind of made it clear. I think JD said on stage that maybe we've already seen an Entwife, so I think that's clearly where they're going. I hope that there's more to it than just something involving the Harfoots, and I'd rather not see them interact at all.
So what I was told, I haven't added in here yet because it's still unconfirmed, but the bit added onto this was that they actually help the Harfoots, help them escape, help them hide. So that's a little tidbit that I wouldn't put in writing because still I have to verify that. But I also want to add that just for the time being, given that we've had it as a speculation point to add on to this. Would you like that, Lucky? Do you think that would make sense?
Mostly my reservation is the fact that when Merry and Pippin meet Treebeard, he has no idea who they are, and he has to enter them into his list of the peoples.
Yeah.
So Treebeard is somebody with a pretty long memory. So for him, the second age is just a little while ago. So I think if any of the Ents would have met any of the Harfoots, then he would have known about them.
I think on technicality reasons, I think why they might be able to, this state might let them get away with it, is that if the Harfoots, if Treebeard, he does not remember technically what the Entwives, they don't remember his faces, or he couldn't describe it.
Yeah.
And if they were in the second age and he wasn't being able to remember specific stuff from the second age, something as big as that, maybe there's technicalities whereby, say, if you can't remember the face of his wives from the second age, maybe that means he might not be able to remember the Harfoots they might have met for maybe a bit in the second age as well. I don't agree with it, but I think that's a technicality that they are working on, because logistically it would fit in.
I think the main thing here is that Sauron has burned the lands where the Entwives settled by the end of the second age. So it could have been that they met the Harfoots just before they were lost, at a time when they already left the Ent husband and they just didn't come in contact with them by the time they perished or something.
I think the memory thing is a little cheap if that's the direction they're going in, but I do have to wonder if they're drawing this line of distinction between Harfoots and hobbits deliberately so that they can say, no, these are, the Ents had interactions with Harfoots, but not, modern hobbits. Again, I don't like it, but I do wonder if
Edwardian
that's what they're trying to do.
hobbits. If that is, yeah. So I agree. It is quite. It's basing on technicalities more. I think that like reason for that. So I think it's one thing that we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, like, yeah, give me Entwives, give me Entings. I want to see it all for sure.
Wow, you're very
Well,
humble.
Yes.
give me it, Mives. Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Not sure if that's legal. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is Canada, so. So our next exclusive is that Ian Blackburn will play Theo's friend in the Rings of Power. So that's another character confirmation that we were missing. We're only missing a few.
Yeah.
So this seems
And
like
I think
it's one of them.
we even have Jeff Morrell pinned down now as well. So I think it's just leaving Augustus Pugh.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And we don't know specifically whom. Wow. What's his name? Simon Merrills is playing.
Well, we don't know his name, but we have seen him in footage
Yeah.
so far. So
We
don't
have?
know. He's in the Orc pit with.
I don't think
okay.
I don't think
You
we've
think
been able
that's
to
him?
confirm that. I don't think it's him, but I have heard people say that.
It looked a lot like him, but yeah, we'll have
Could
to
be.
see on
could
that
be.
one.
But yeah, it's interesting because a lot of people had been speculating that Ian Blackburn. At first, I think we were speculating that he might be portraying Pharazôn's son. Cameron, back when that character list was leaked some half year ago, and after we learned that Leon Wadham was playing Cameron, we got to speculating maybe he's an Arion, and now it seems he's neither.
Yeah.
We really wanted him to be a Númenórean, and he just doesn't seem to be.
I think he looks a little bit like Maxim, like he could play a younger brother to Maxim. So I think that's where that came
Could
from.
still be. Never know.
Could be.
Yeah, could still be. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a nice casting announcement there for Mr. Ian Blackburn, who is on screen right now. But I think, unless anybody has anything, I think there's not much as a casting announcement. We can't take much
No.
from the plot.
Casting
But
announcement for a character that doesn't exist in the canon.
And it's taking place at this same village, which seems to be a pivotal part of the season. So
And you don't know that, Kyle. Maybe he's one of the ring wraiths,
Okay, that's a fair point. That I will give you that. You're right. I shouldn't make those assumptions.
Everybody's speculating by now that Theo is a ring wraith to be anyway. So
You're
you
right.
know.
I do hope he's not a ring wraith though, because if it start to go like farm boys are becoming ring wraiths, I know Theo's as a separate.
Well, I think something will have to happen with his
Have to,
storyline first. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we'll see. Yeah, absolutely. I agree though. I don't think it should just be any random person.
Yeah.
But final one, Kyle, you gonna take this one away?
Sure. Yeah. So our last one here is that there's another Sylvan elf in the exact same armor as Arondir at the human village settlement.
Mm-hmm.
So I know in that first image of Tirharad we got of the watchtower, it looks like there's two people on the bridge that goes up to the tower. I have to wonder if maybe that's his buddy there or something.
Yeah. And it's interesting, we haven't seen a lot of this buddy. Maybe that hints that he might get killed off earlier on. Maybe.
Could very well be.
But it's nice that we're seeing another one
Could
of his
be.
kind.
Yeah.
But I think it might be that they're stationed there because we know in the casting leaks, for like the casting sheets for Arondir's character, or Bronwyn's rather, it was described that he was talking about his commander, etc. So I think there might be like a whole, I don't know, probably not a regiment of them, but like a group of soldiers or something.
Yep.
And the wooden thing that he's wearing, like his armor, does sound like a sort of not one of a kind thing, but it seems like a very intricate sort of maybe warrior armor, soldier armor. So yeah, I would imagine there would be quite a lot of them actually. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If that's the case. So.
And it'll be interesting in future seasons because we know that he's a Sylvan elf. Maybe we get a whole army of them in this costume, which would look quite cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Indeed.
So yeah, I think that wraps it up. We have covered, I think, an interesting pieces. I think in the end, a lot of it culminating around Bronwyn's village. And I think even the Entwives things is technically in the east. So, it's
True.
it's part of the view. So I think that's just about it. Of course, Stride is not here, but thanks for him, for coming on. And of course, in the chat, say congratulations for his sister's wedding as well. Really nice.
Congrats again.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yep. Right. And
You scared Arda right
I know
there.
she was sleeping. I woke her up.
so yeah. Also, thank you, as usual, Lakitia,
Thank you for having me, good sir.
and thank you, Kyle.
Thank you. Great to be here.
And until the next one, goodbye.